Congratulations on completing lesson number 2 of your Supercharge Your Spanish Conversations with Speaking Practice. This week's homework and action steps are very, very exciting. So you are going to be arranging your first 3 meetings on italki, meetup.com, and Internations. So you just need to arrange the meetings. If you want to attend the meetings, that will be even better, because the sooner you put in practice the speaking skills that you've learned in this week's lesson, the better. And tell us all about it in the Facebook group. You also have your workbook with the exercises, with the grammar exercises to complete, to make sure that you have understood the grammar points of lesson number 2 and that you implement them and consolidate that information. Point number 3, the reading this week. So you can add sections 10 to 12, so 10, 11, and 12 from the Easy Spanish Phrase book. So this step is optional, as you know. However, I strongly recommend that you add those and that you bring them to your speaking practice on Thursdays with your language partners, as well as your meetings outside the course, and see how that goes in your speaking practice sessions. Point number 4, work on the pronunciation guide video of this week. Point number 5, this week's story is number 2 from your first Spanish reader ebook, and that goes together with point number 7. So translate the phrases for story number 2 that you will find on page 211 of the same book. Point number 6, remember that for points 3, 4, 5, and 8, you can record your voice out loud when you're reading. So record your voice with your mobile and make notes of those tricky letters, pairs of letters and words that you find more challenging, and tell us how we can help you in the Facebook group. So I will do my best to help you with those pronunciation, tricky letters and words, and tell you what the exercises, extra exercises that you need to do. And point number 8, this week's homework includes that you listen to tracks 3, 4, and 5 of language transfer. So you can keep training your brain on that thinking method, and start thinking and continue thinking in English and Spanish. And remember that all of this information is on your student's workbook that you can find on the course webpage, and you can download a copy there together with your checklist so that you can keep track of your progress. So your next action steps are, you need to go to your weekly tasks checklist, week 2, like I just mentioned. So download a copy of your workbook and tick off those tasks for this week. Next one, practice the grammar points that we have learned in lesson number 2 with the video lessons, and make sure that you understand those grammar points, and come back to us and ask any questions in the Facebook group if you need further help and support. Share your progress and how the meetings went outside of the Facebook group. How did the practice go? And tell us what you did in meetup.com. Did you do what you love? What activities did you set up? Who did you meet? We would like to know everything about it. And remember that coming up on the Sunday email, you have the content and the links that you need for the next week ahead. So the next week we will be learning the verb estar, which is the second verb to be in Spanish. What are the differences between those two verbs? So you will learn to say things like, for example, I am excited, which is very different from using the verb ser in Spanish. In the Spanish conversation section of the next lesson, you will be learning how to arrange meetings with friends, how to ask questions and get the answers that you're looking for, and how to use the verbs estar and I in conversations. So what are the differences and how to use them? Remember to attend your Ask Beatrice live call on Monday, and also to your speaking practice, which is I would say the most important part of why you're in the course, on the Thursdays to practice and connect with your language partners in the Facebook group.